is going to be some great football weather.
Yes,
you know, the
this is
sweatshirts.
classic football weather.
Is classic football weather. Finally feeling like that for Friday Night Lights.
You just have to balance all of it if you've got football kids and trick-or-treating tomorrow.
A lot going on
tomorrow. Parents are going to be busy, grandparents, aunts and uncles,
And we're sitting here talking about our trick-or-treating
memories. Our own trick-or-treating memories.
Right. All right, let's get you on out the door this morning. It is cool this morning. It was cold to start out this morning. We're back up to 57, taking you out to DFW Airport. Those north winds, 6 miles per hour out there for you right now. So a good looking late morning, and this will be what we're going to have as we get into the afternoon as well. We'll warm up a little bit more, but full sunshine out there today, but you'll still need that coat and sweater heading on out the door. Heading over to Love Field, 58 right now, those very light northwest winds. The winds have really relaxed across the areas and not going to be dealing with that today as we have those temperatures there in the upper 50s. So everyone, mid-upper 50s now after a cold start. We were dipping into the upper 30s and low 40s this morning, but 58 getting out to Aledo right now, 56 in Springtown, getting back out on the other side of the Metroplex, heading over to Terrell. Good morning there at 57 as we head toward midday, getting up into the upper 50s, up into Collin County at 58 there for Wiley, and 57 heading on out to Frisco. So the temperatures will warm up a little bit more as we go through the day. Going to stay on the cooler side of things, though, and had those strong winds yesterday. That area of low pressure and storm system well off to the north and east now, so our winds have really relaxed across the area. They will be light to even calm, I think, heading on into this evening. So we'll have the full sunshine, the clear skies tonight, keeping things on the chilly side for us with those highs. Low 60s, I think, up along the Red River as we head out toward Sherman and Gainesville. You'll wind up somewhere around 63, maybe 64. A little warmer out west where it was very cold this morning. We did have the freeze warnings in effect this morning, but 66 or so heading out to Breckenridge and coming into our southern counties, getting into the mid and upper 60s for those highs a little bit later this afternoon. So that normal high is 73, so we're going to keep it several degrees below that here for today. And tomorrow it's going to be another cold start to your morning tomorrow, so be prepared for that. You'll still need to layer up, I think, heading out the door for tomorrow morning too, with those overnight lows in the upper 30s. Denton, you'll be around 39, maybe 38 for McKinney, and those lower 40s to upper 30s a little farther west. It won't be as cold in our western counties, and we'll see some upper 30s elsewhere across North Texas. That normal low 51, so we're going to be well below that. Yeah, pretty chilly morning out there, but we will see those winds very light to calm overnight, and they will come around out of the south and southeast as we go through the day tomorrow. So that's going to help moderate things a little bit for us and not feeling too bad at all. Now, in case you're wondering, the average date of the first freeze a little farther west, anywhere from November 1st to November 15th, and then around the Metroplex, you can see up along the Red River as well. And as we get into the Metroplex a little farther south, sometime after the 15th. So we didn't get close to that around the DFW this morning, and we'll see what it looks like in the weeks to come here if it gets a little bit colder. We'll have a few more cold snaps, I'm sure, that we're going to be dealing with. But we do moderate tomorrow. It's going to be a nice one for Friday. A little bit cooler as we get into Saturday there, and then on Sunday, upper 60s and those lower 70s. Now we'll have those temperatures nice for the trick-or-treaters heading on out as we head into a Friday evening. Around 5 p.m. we're looking at those upper 60s. Around 7 p.m. we'll be falling back down into the low 60s and the upper 50s. Southeast winds at around 5 to 10 around 9 o'clock. For tomorrow evening. So maybe still that coat and sweater perhaps underneath that costume. It's going to be a bit on the cool side, but not bad at all. Now, as we get into the weekend, there will be a slight chance for a little rain around the area. Just plan accordingly for Saturday. We'll have some mostly cloudy skies, a few scattered showers around. Coverage is going to be pretty low as we go through the afternoon hours. That will start to taper off. So if you have some plans to be out for tomorrow evening, shouldn't have a problem at all with any rain that will be ending across the area. All right, here's that 14-day forecast for us. As we get into next week, we are getting that extra hour of sleep on Sunday. Looking forward to that as we'll have some temperatures getting back into the mid and upper 70s through at least the middle of next week. And then we'll have another slight cool down and mainly rain free as we head toward the latter half of next week and into next weekend.
Did you like it out this morning? We got nice and chilly. A lot of us broke into the 40s. 46 was the morning low in Conroe, 45 for Huntsville, 46 for College Station. Tomball, you made it down to 48. Bush, 51, and downtown, 53 degrees. It is such a beautiful fall day. Nice sunny skies, no clouds out there. We're at 63 now for your lunch hour forecast. If you can, take your stream on your laptop, on your phone, and whatever, and go outside, enjoy the beautiful day. We've got a really light breeze now at just 9 miles an hour out of the northwest. This is very different than the wind we had yesterday, so I'm really glad to see it's relaxed. The gusts yesterday got up to 40, 50 miles an hour. 51 was the wind gust recorded in Conroe. We clocked a 44 mile an hour wind gust at both airports. Katy 37, Wharton 38, and this was consistent throughout the day. Galveston also got close to 50. And even the sustained winds were at 20 to 30 miles an hour. So all in all, yesterday was very windy. That was probably the one little caveat of a perfect fall day. Today, we don't have any wind. So it's nice and calm. 5 to 10 miles an hour, that is exactly the sweet spot that we want to be at. A nice little refreshing breeze, but not, wind pelting in your face. That's kind of how I felt yesterday on my run. It felt really nice temperature-wise, but the wind was a little aggressive. So today I'm going to enjoy my outdoor run a lot more. The breeze, though, coming in out of the north, which is fantastic because it's continuing to drag in the drier air, so we don't have any humidity. Now, we also wanted to see the wind relax because when we have dry air and the wind, it leads to an increased fire risk. And because we're very dry, we already have an elevated risk for fire. By the way, we got the brand new drought monitor released to us yesterday, and so here are some changes. We are seeing our eastern cities and counties, so Liberty down to Chambers, expanding on that severe drought. We've got that same severe drought marker for Austin, Colorado, and a portion of Wharton County, and then the rest of us, or at least a good chunk of us there in the beige, under a moderate drought. That area that you see there in yellow, that's not a drought category actually. It just signals we're abnormally dry and we're probably going to slip into that moderate drought soon if we don't see any rain in the forecast. Well, there is some rain in the forecast. Over the next 3 days, we're going to see another front. So you do notice Saturday is in red. It's a weather impact alert. Now, it's not going to be because of severe storms, but it is going to be kind of like a warning to you, since we do have a lot of plans going on this weekend. It's Halloween weekend, that you are going to be mindful of the forecast as you head out the door, because you could encounter some pockets of heavy rain that are going to slow you down or just make it a little bit more difficult to get to where you're going. Now, today and tomorrow's plans, absolutely carefree. High temperature today makes up to 70 degrees. Again, we're under that sunny sky. We're just a hair warmer tomorrow, 72. It's going to feel so nice. In fact, we're getting spoiled because for this time of year, we should only be in the upper 70s, so not the low 70s. That's a treat. More on that weather impact alert. So a few stronger storms could be possible, but again, we don't have a Storm Prediction Center severe outlook, which is good. So anything should stay below the threshold of 60 miles an hour. Maybe we get a stronger thunderstorm with 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, but nothing should get up to that severe criteria. The timing for this is going to be a pretty wide range, although I think for Harris County, so if you are in the loop in the Beltway, if you're spending most of the time in Harris County, your biggest time frame to monitor is, I'd say, 4 to 6. That's pretty much it. The 1 o'clock time frame is mainly for our northern cities and counties. The 10 o'clock back end threshold is mainly for the coastline. Again, a period of some heavy rain and 1 or 2 gusty winds along with that. Today is a no wind day, a no cloud day, a no humidity day, basically no worries at all. You'll notice we get up to 70 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we start to climb back down. Another cool evening ahead, very refreshing if you want to open up a window and enjoy that nice breeze. For tomorrow, very similar. The wind stays out of the northwest, so nice and dry, low humidity, and it is 5 to 10 miles an hour. So a refreshing breeze, but nothing that's going to be blowing around your decorations or causing any issues that way. 72 degrees, that'll be your high temperature in the afternoon. And then for the trick-or-treaters, we'll drop down into the 60s. And for the adults, if they're spending any time outside, late night, you will drop into the 50s. Now here's a look at Future Track. Today, we're not showing anything. Tomorrow, we're not showing anything either. We do start to see a little bit more cloud cover building in for our Saturday morning, but no rain in case you have any plans. Early Saturday, you should be fine. 1 o'clock, we'll start to see some rain developing in our northern cities and counties, maybe a little bit off to our east too. That starts to drop in and become more of a rainmaker closer to the I-10 corridor around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then look how quickly the showers move out of the way. So 10 is really stretching it. I think a lot of us see the rain wrap up around 7, 8 o'clock, but just in case, I want you to have your umbrella with you, especially if you are spending your Halloween weekend closer to, say, the coastline, Matagorda, Brazoria, Galveston. This is front, and it is, yes, bringing us rain, but it's also going to continue to bring us that reinforcing shot of cooler air, which is great because we don't want to slip back into this, which is our month of October that had a lot of red on the map. Those are above average temperature days, and you'll notice they are mostly above average. We've had 27 days so far. We had one day that was exactly average. So on the 25th, 80 is the average high temperature, and 80 is what we made it to. Now yesterday, average high temperatures are in the upper 70s, and we were only in the upper 60s. So that was our one below average day. We're going to continue to tack on to that below average day today, below average day again on our Halloween, and then eventually we continue to see the stretch of cooler air until we get to the middle of the upcoming week. But we'll worry about that later. We're just going to enjoy what we have right now. So again, tomorrow morning, another cool start in the 40s. The high temperature maxes out at 72 for your Halloween. Trick-or-treaters, you're going to be in the 60s for the evening. And then if you're out late on Friday night, you'll drop into the 50s. Saturday starts off nice and dry, but in the afternoon and evening, carry your umbrella with you. Keep track of the radar. We are going to see a couple of showers moving in with this front. Behind the front, Sunday is going to be really nice again. No rain, no humidity, no clouds, perfect. And you also get an extra hour of sleep on Sunday because we're falling back. We're setting those clocks forward so you get a nice extra hour. Setting the clocks back so you get a nice extra hour. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, again, no rain to watch for, but we are gradually starting to see those temperatures uptick a little bit. I want to give you a quick update on the tropics. Hurricane Melissa passed through Jamaica as a Category 5 buzzsaw of a storm, then went on as a major hurricane through Jamaica, passed now through the Bahamas, and continues its trek towards Bermuda. As of this morning's advisory, it is still a Category 2 hurricane with 105-mile-an-hour winds, gusts at 125, but now it is moving fast to the north-northeast at 24 miles an hour, and very soon it'll have some impacts towards Bermuda. Now you will notice it's passing on the left side, so while this is not a direct landfall in Bermuda, the right side of the hurricane is always the dirty side, which is the one that's most impactful. The storm rotates clockwise, so this right quadrant gets more momentum, and that's why we have increased threats for storm surge. The waves pile up on this side. We get some heavier outer bands on this side, and so Bermuda will have some impacts from Melissa until it finally gets out of here by Friday morning. It drops down in intensity to a Cat 1 hurricane and then eventually becomes a remnant low as it continues its trek towards the northern Atlantic.
Out there, look at this beautiful, beautiful day. Lots of blue skies. Looks great out there this afternoon. All right, temperature right now, 64 degrees. We started off at 40. So we've moved a lot. We've bounced 24 degrees just this morning. And that happens when you have dry conditions, light winds, and just a lot of sun. Yeah, those temperatures just move. Now, once the sun goes back down, well, guess what? It's going to move right back down. Tomorrow morning is going to be chilly again. Record low 32, record high 90. Of course, we're not going to reach that, but that was set back a long time ago, back in 1890. All right, lots of sunshine today. Your high 74, beautiful degrees. And then this evening, clear skies. Temperatures will drop off, especially once the sun goes down. Those temperatures will drop. All right, down to the south, winds are up still a little bit, and it's been very dry. So red flag warning continues from Victoria to Cotulla, Tilden, Beeville, down to the south. Does not include us here in Bexar County. Taking a look at the lows, New Braunfels 40, San Marcos 40, extreme northern portions of Bexar County in the 30s this morning. Matter of fact, Fredericksburg got down to 32, Fredericksburg 32, Kerrville 32, Uvalde 37, Hondo 35. It was a chilly morning. Victoria, you got down to 38 this morning. Okay, so we bounced off of those lows. It is absolutely beautiful out there. We've got high pressure in place. That's why the winds are light. We've got dry conditions. I think tonight we'll have more radiational cooling. The winds are going to be pretty light, so we'll cool off. We've got a northwest flow aloft. When you have this kind of a pattern, it just it's very conducive to beautiful weather, and that's exactly what we're going to see. But this system is going to dive southward very quickly from East Texas into Louisiana to Mississippi. There could be some showers and storms. I'm thinking right along the coastal sections and towards Houston could be some big thunderstorms as well. Probably not for us. us, but I'm going to put a slight chance just in case. Upper level ridge for early next week, and with that kind of a pattern, you're not going to see any rainfall, that is for sure. All right, high temperatures today right around 74. Tomorrow morning, quite chilly in the mid-40s. Tomorrow, high temperatures in the mid-70s. And for the trick-or-treaters, for the most part, temperatures will be in the 60s. All right, we've got Hurricane Melissa racing off to the north and east at 30 miles per hour. Forecast to come very close to Bermuda if you have any interest in Bermuda. All right, molds are heavy, ragweed is light. Let's take a look at the 14-day forecast. Tomorrow, low 45, high 76 for Halloween, 76 on Saturday, 20% chance of a thunderstorm, fall back 1 hour Sunday morning, and then early next week, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s, and I think mid to late next week, high temperatures in the 80s, lower to mid 80s. Really nice weather, but I don't see much rain.
I hope everyone has enjoyed their week so far. I know I have. And as we take a live look outside of the Dell Diamond from our Kalahari Resorts and Conventions weather camera, overlooking the Dell Diamond in Old Settlers Park, notice the camera isn't really shaking it so much because the winds are lighter today and the humidity is slightly up at around 42%. That's good news because our fire danger is therefore lowered. Temperatures right now, though, are in the upper 50s for most of us. Lago Vista in the mid 40s, but we do also have lower 60s, especially along the 130 toll road as well as 290 and then down toward Cedar Creek, checking in at 60. And as we zoom this out a little wider, mostly mid to upper 80s or 50s, I should say, for most of the KVUE viewing area. Yeah, fall definitely doing a number on people's brains too. Lower 60s for some sections of the coastal plains. San Marcos, our Bobcat homies, checking in at 63. That's our warm spot. And when we look across the country, looks like our warm spots are going to be Phoenix and Miami, checking in at 74 and 75. We do have some cooler spots well off to our north, like Minneapolis at 44. Billings, Montana, checking in at 41. And we've also got Denver, Colorado, checking in at 44. That area of low pressure brought in those strong winds. It's now well over in sections of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio, bringing quite a bit of rain to those areas, as well as places such as Toronto and up toward Ottawa and Montreal as well. Allergy count, everything in the low count. So really good news on this front as well. Ragweed, grass, pine, mold, a low sweep, nice little green sweep. What we like to see, you can find that each and every day on KVUE.com and the KVUE app. And as we look at today's high, only 71 with some bright sunshine. Should be a very nice day to go out and enjoy. Still going to be chilly tonight, getting down to the mid 40s. Some areas again may get to the 30s out in the hill country. Now for your Halloween day, looking at mid 70s, will be slightly warmer, so it should be a very nice occasion if you're going out to any of those costume parties or maybe even just trick-or-treating. Should be a very nice occasion for that. Also, the Texas Longhorns are taking on Diego Pavia and the number 9 Vanderbilt Commodores, mid 70s on Saturday. We do have a weak disturbance coming in that could bring 1 to 2 isolated showers, and that could complicate things a little bit from a game standpoint. Highs over the next few days will be in those low to mid 70s for the next few days. Could get to the upper 70s right at average for your Monday. Quick look at Hurricane Melissa, Category 2 storm making its way straight for Bermuda as a Category 2 storm. Should make it by the time we get to Thursday evening and Friday morning, and they do have that hurricane warning for the island of Bermuda, but no impact to the United States. Other than that, low to mid 70s for each of the next 7 days. Oh, quick note, Austin FC, they play their second game on Sunday. And before that, you turn your clocks back an hour, so an extra hour of sleep Saturday night after our win against the Doors.
Happy day before Halloween and the weekend. Central Texas woke up in the 30s. 2 areas went down sub 32 this morning. Llano and Brown County, Brownwood included in that. The rest of us woke up in the upper 30s, lower 40s, blasting up to nearly 70 degrees this afternoon. It will never feel hot. It will feel absolutely excellent when you step outside this afternoon under sunny skies, clear and calm conditions. Speaking of calm, in the overnight hours, because of the clear skies we're going to have in place once again, temperatures going down after we hit 70 this afternoon. We wake up Halloween morning nice and chilly once again. Here's your look at high temperatures. 3 o'clock this afternoon, we'll be sitting around 69 Goldthwaite and Hamilton, 70 Waco and Temple, 70 on the nose for the Brazos Valley as well. Again, it's just going to be sunny, clear and calm. Clear in the overnight hours. We wake up sub 40 for a couple of spots, likely west of 35. The rest of us more like 40, 43 when we wake up tomorrow morning. It will feel like close to the actual temperatures because of the light winds we will have in place. Ooh, I've been excited to show you guys this. Halloween is tomorrow, and if you do have plans, if you've got kiddos dressing up like mine are, you won't be burning up in your costume or anything like that. Clear skies and prime trick-or-treating times, which is right after sunset. We'll be sitting in the middle 60s. Skies will be mostly clear, winds will be light and out of the south. So we top out in the 70s for the rest again. We hit about 70 or upper 60s for high temperatures. We wake up Halloween morning, clear skies in place. Winds will be returning out of the south, but you will never feel the humidity too much. It is just overall going to be calm, quiet, and nice. When we wake up on Saturday morning, slight change to the forecast. There's going to be about a 20% chance that you see precipitation at your house, that window being late Saturday morning, peaking around lunch or early afternoon, and then out of here by late afternoon. Again, that's only about a 20-30% chance you see rain at your house. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies for Saturday's forecast. You can see by that evening, cloud cover starts to be disrupted there. This second model is going to be a little more bullish on the rain chance. It is a more longer range model. Again, that's not until Saturday. Halloween forecast, we wake up in the 40s, blast up to nearly 70 degrees or just over 70. And then for trick-or-treating, it is going to be mostly clear skies, light winds out of the south, and about 65 degrees or so during those prime hours. Saturday, we are going to jump up into the 70s, and yes, there's going to be a chance for rain at about 30% at most. So not everyone sees that rainfall. Severe threat is very, very low. Flooding threat is virtually non-existent. It would be a quick shower, passing thunderstorm. Again, that window would be for Saturday from about 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., but especially early afternoon. Sunday, we're going to be warming and dry. By the way, Hurricane Melissa is still a Category 2, winds at just over 100 miles an hour, impacting the Bahamas still. Well-organized eye back. It looks like Melissa's trying to re-strengthen a little bit today, but headed towards the northeast at a quicker clip towards Bermuda. Will be impacted over the next day or so, and then thankfully after that, it doesn't look like any more land masses will be impacted by Melissa, so it will be a recovery effort. Weather impact alert has now ended. Now that the freeze warning has expired, we're up to 70 this afternoon. Same thing for tomorrow. We wake up cold and then go up to nearly 70 in the 60s for prime trick-or-treating. 20-30% that you see isolated shower thunderstorms Saturday. That's going to peak early afternoon. Don't forget, we are changing our clocks over this upcoming weekend.
Check this out. Coastal Bend. 39 degrees is the current temperature in Corpus Christi. So as we have light winds, clear skies overnight, very calm conditions, very dry conditions, that helped allow our temperature to fall into the 30s, believe it or not. We're 41 in Kingsville, 47 Falfurrias. We've got 39 in Benavides, 38 Pawnee, 38 Sarita. Sarita was in the mid 30s earlier this morning, and I was like, I don't know if that's true. I'm a little bit more confident that maybe it was likely now that we've had more 30s popping up on the board. And so I think just the fact that it's so dry, and I said this yesterday, when we have radiational cooling take place, your temperatures get a lot cooler than you expect overnight. And to be honest, I thought 45 was a lot cooler than I expected. 39 is now our current temperature. So let's talk about this. This is now our record low, or it will be once the National Weather Service verifies it. This is more typical on November 29th. So we typically fall into the 30s for the first time on November 29th. The earliest we've ever done it, however, is October 20th. So we did not break any records for doing it the earliest. Our average low in December and January, by the way, is only 48 degrees. And so this is colder than we expect to be that time of year as well. Now, of course, we do get freezes, and to get an average, you have to have cooler temperatures, but our normal low in the winter is only in the upper 40s, which is crazy to think about. So forget fall, we went straight from summer to winter. basically. Right now it is 77 degrees for your high. That's not the temperature right now. That's where we're headed, right? Temperatures will heat up pretty quickly because we are going to see a lot of sunshine today and the air is dry. So dry air cools down and heats up more efficiently. And so I think we will get to 77. Hold on, I'm going to go back because I want to point out the sunrise and sunset time. So we don't have a full 12 hours of daylight. We have just about 11, a little bit more than 11 hours of daylight. And of course the Harbor Bridge lowering it takes 8-9 hours. So hopefully they get started lowering it soon so it can be done before we start losing our daylight. That will be 6:47 is going to be our sunset. High temperatures, again, I mentioned making it into the 70s. Our average high this time of year is 81. We will be cooler than that. We've got that north-northwest wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour. High pressure is the reason we're so dry. It's helped push that drier air behind the cold front into Texas, but as it kind of situates into Halloween, it's going to set up in a place that allows for more humid conditions to creep back in. Now, not excessively humid, but just a little bit more humid. We will see a chance of rain as a weak front moves through into Saturday night. Houston, a little bit more of the target zone for that, but there could be a little rain Saturday if you're headed out to the Dia de los Muertos Festival. Don't change your plans, but just be aware that could happen. Now, Halloween is right around the corner. What we are looking at is about average temperatures for Halloween. So you'll see 79 degrees. It's a little bit below average, and a low Halloween morning's back in the 40s. However, we'll likely be in the 50s by the time we're getting into Saturday morning.